Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning to everyone. So
Salam.
let's welcome to our next session on waste valorization and circular economy. So do you know that in Malaysia, uh, public can be fined up to 2,000 ringgit if you do littering. If let's say you dump waste in public areas.
Yes.
Do you know about this rule in Malaysia? Okay, so this is a very new rule. So basically, if let's say if you do littering or maybe you dump waste in public areas, but it doesn't mean that you can do littering in private area. Okay, so basically this is kind of maybe authoritative approach from the government to make sure that the public and the community can start practicing a better and more sustainable waste management. So maybe we can go next because maybe you can scan here. You can scan your phone here, and do a short survey. Do you agree with the new law? So it will go straight to the Mentimeter. So from this survey, you can do whether do you agree or not, or maybe you are not sure. So let's wait for the participant to give the response. Okay, it looks like some of you agree and some of you not agree, and maybe most of you agree. Do you agree with this new law?
Yes.
Why? Is there any reason why? Do you think this is not too sudden? This law to be introduced to to the public? Do you think this law will be impactful or will be beneficial for the public? Beneficial. They will be afraid. Do you think that they will be afraid to do littering after this law has been implemented? Are you afraid with this new law? Afraid. Okay, how about you?
I think for the first phase of this implementation, people might just don't really care about it until the charges being done to the person who litter. So when there's more cases, so public will be more aware so not to litter. So I think it's a good implementation of the new law.
Okay, okay. I think thanks for your insight because basically, frankly speaking, also I do agree with the law, but frankly speaking, I do hope that this law will not be implemented until the public or maybe the behavior of the people we can tackle or we can mitigate. Because for me, if they say maybe we can introduce the law, but then until when, right? Because we want to make sure that, for example, like I may suggest just now, if they say we want to implement this law, but then people do not know, people will not be afraid if let's say they do not know. Maybe if let's say one people has been fined 2,000 ringgit, but then people do not know about this people has been fined, so people will not be afraid. So that's why I believe that after all, what is most important, the enforcement. For example, right, if let's say they implement this law, but then they have to make it public. Okay, maybe this month, this kind, how many people has been fined, so that maybe we can make sure that people are afraid. Because actually, frankly speaking, also we can see based on my previous study last time, also during COVID-19, that is the point that our waste generation dropped because after that the waste generation keep on increasing and it never go down. So that's why I really somehow I'm happy with the implementation of this law, but at the same time also I do hope that the government is more serious also to make sure that this law can be more sustainable, because I don't want it to be seen as something that punish the government or punish the people, because it should be something that give lesson to people also, so that it will be more um, um, it will be more it will be better to make sure that we can give a good so that people or maybe the public can practice instead of afraid of this law. Okay, next. So, but before that, let me introduce myself. So, I am Muhammad Haikal bin Ismail. I am a ESG and sustainability trainer, specializing in translating governance, risk, and compliance frameworks into strategic, business relevant learning for organization. I design and deliver HRD Corp aligned programs that build institutional capability and integrate sustainability into leadership and operational design decision making. So I have PhD in chemical engineering. I have enrolled in HRDC certified training. So my specialization is environmental, social and governance as well as environmental emergency response. I'm also the project leader for the Innovate Social with Ekalui, a five-star ESG CEDAR certified organization. Also a main supervisor for our research on ESG integration. I also the national lecture in Japan for 3 years and also invited speaker in India.
Okay, so today you will observe, analyze, and practice. Thank you, Amin, for coming. Okay, next one is we will proceed with our next slide. Okay, so basically these are the highlight that was covered from the local newspaper. So basically, I have conducted different level, which is at the national scale. And this one is in your your favorite uncle here, right? Oh yeah. And this is in Hululangan, so different location. So basically, we are proud to announce that we have managed to establish or to develop this into a living lab in the flat ikan, the kebun-kebun ikan. And in Ekalui, we have managed to produce, we have to manage to upgrade it into the ESG learning hub. So feel free to come. Okay, next one. So the trash composting, you have to bury the food waste directly in the soil. No bins, no electricity, no machine needed. Because basically at the end of the day, what is most important is how sustainable it is. Because we can introduce so many things, right? For example, break digestion and everything, but then who's gonna bear the cost? And maybe, for example, you want to introduce red worm or black soldier fly larva because maybe it can be good quality, but then who's gonna make sure that it is sustainable? The approach, right? Then that is another question. So that's why we have to make sure that the community or the people has to make sure that they are able to empower the thing or maybe the initiative after it, because that's why you have our personal go for something that is no electricity. We can say that minimal cost, so that it will be sustainable. It will be done lifelong. That is most important because it's very low cost and easy to practice. So that is most important because we want to reduce the landfill waste and we want to reduce the transport emission due to that. And last but not least is we want to improve the soil health and the fertility. And most importantly, it is suitable for home, school as well as gardens. So that's why I would like to promote the trash composting to be widespread all over Malaysia. So next one. So why trash composting works underground decomposition? Because soil microbes break down organic matter and earthworm can assist decomposition that is already on the ground, and the moisture can support microbial activity, and the oxygen that is available in soil, for example, under aerobic breakdown. So as a result, food waste will produce nutrients and nutrients will produce healthier soil. So that's what we want. So next one is decomposition process underground. So basically there are four main stages. The first one is fresh waste, and then after that you will go into the microbiome breakdown, and next one is softening and nutrient release, and last but not least is the fully integrated into soil. So the time frames is 2 until 8 weeks depending on material and soil condition, and what factors might speed up or slow down decomposition. Okay, next one. So what are the materials that you need? The shovel, the spade, the compostable food waste, the garden soil, glove as well as water, optional if the soil is too dry. So this is different approach, and this is not progressive, please bear in mind. So next one. So step one is to dig the trench. So the recommended size is depth 20 to 30 centimeter, like this one. It's not too shallow, it's not too depth, too deep, and the width is 20 to 30 centimeter also. and the length can be depends on the waste for you, because sometimes you want to bury so much waste, right? So you can also make it longer. So the important thing is the trench must be deep enough to prevent the pest. We don't want to bury so shallow until the pest can get into your trench deep, right? Yeah, why should it not be too shallow? Because else the animal can dig your thing and they can eat on your food waste. Okay, next one. So step 2, layering the waste. So proper layering is to place the food waste evenly. So that's why I would suggest is to avoid the large clump by, for example, by blending the food waste is much easier, so that it will be more evenly rather than make it in the large clumps. So blend it first, or maybe you can shred it first, because we want to break large item into smaller pieces, so it's going to be more convenient for composting. And optional, you can put dry leaf as a carbon source if available. Because maybe for your case you put rice husk, right? So there is also very good also carbon source. And what else you can put? The dry leaf, the carbon source,
The cardboard
the cupboard,
or
newspaper also good. But even though we don't use newspaper so much right now, but it is also good carbon source. Next one. So step 3 is cover with soil. So we have to cover completely with soil, because we want to make sure that there is no food visible, because we want to make sure that the soil is slightly compact, not compact so much, because they need some aeration, right? And they have to water lightly if soil is too dry. So you have to make sure that if let's say you want to do the digging the trench, you have to choose a very appropriate place so that it's not going to be so dry. Don't put in a very exposed area, because the key principle is no exposure equals to no pest and no smell. So that's what we want, to make sure that the trench composting is not disturbed by pests. Okay, next, step 4. So we have spacing and rotation. For continuous composting, do not dig it in the same spot repeatedly. So the reason, because the nutrient in the spot has been used already, has been recycled. So maybe it's not really good, and of course it's not really optimal. So that's why we have to rotate the trench location. Maybe this time you can put here, and then you can put next to it, so not on the same spot, and leave the previous trench to decompose fully. So maybe you can leave it for the one cycle for different trench, also for different trench, so that it will be decomposed fully. Because that's why rotation is really important, to make sure that we can make full use of the soil health. Okay, next one is step 5 is the maintenance and waiting period. After burying, you have to leave it undisturbed, and you have to monitor the soil condition. If let's say it's too dry, then you have to avoid digging too early. Okay, and then you have to wait 2 until 8 weeks depending on the materials. If let's say you blend everything, so you can make it 2 weeks. If let's say you don't really blend it, maybe the item is quite large and then it's not really fine, and then you can make it wait until 8 weeks. Yeah, it's not that long. Okay, so next one. Observation. While observing, please take note, was the trench deep enough just now? How many centimeter? 20 to 30, right? So this, I think this length, 20 to 30, right? The ruler, the 30 centimeter ruler. So what waste layered properly, so that is most important, to make sure there is no large clump, and was soil fully covering the waste. So we have to make sure that the soil fully covers, so that the smell does not come out. So that's what we want, and the wall spacing considered. So participant has to observe carefully during the session. Okay, next one. So after that, we can evacuate Q&A after the demonstration. Okay, next one is hands-on sorting exercise. Apply hands-on skill in practical trash composting activity. Now you will practice what you have learned. So next one. So you will handle food replicas, so items into 2 containers, compostable and non-compostable. Explain your reasoning and receive feedback. This is a practical application exercise, so we will work with a replica. So right now, you will be like a kindergarten kid, right? So we will play with the
Replicas.
replicas here. Yeah, over here. So over here, this is very new. Just now we went to the school, right? You still remember we went to the school, and then all the kids want to take all these toys. So my previous toys gone already. So I have to keep on buying a new thing if let's say we do the activity in school. So next one. Step 1. Participant sorts all items first. So participant B observe silently and take notes, and participant A explain each choice. Okay, next. So this is the diadic format. Okay, next one is feedback round. Participant B must agree or disagree and provide reasoning and suggest correction if needed. Trainer then confirm the correct classification and explain scientifically, and then we have to switch roles for round 2. So are you ready for the next task?
Yes.
Okay, I will give you 30 seconds to think about it. Okay, right. Okay, so now participant A, you can start first. Okay, do the sorting. So you only put the one that be compostable only in the box, in the basket.
Only compostable.
Only the compostable. So participant B has to watch, observe closely, and give feedback. What's that? Oh, tomato. Can you peel it off? Can I? Can you peel it off? Peel it into two? Can I?
This is cabbage.
Cabbage.
What's that?
That is don't know why.
Guava.
Guava.
This is fruit.
Yeah. Lemon.
What's that?
Lemon.
I thought we. Okay, include everything. Everything also. That one cannot.
Yeah.
Okay, so the in the plastic.
I will check.
Okay, double check. Check again. We learned this before, right? Yeah. Please remember.
This is durian.
No.
Like durian.
There is watermelon. Honeydew.
And you.
Honeydew.
Okay. Are you confident?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
100%?
Very confident.
1%.
Okay, very good confident that we won. Okay, so this one is not compostable, right?
This is, yes, plastic.
Plastic and everything. So basically these are all organics. So all organics can be compostable.
All organic waste.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Confident?
Reasoning.
Yes, all organic waste. It can be compost.
All.
Oh, I must agree or disagree.
Okay, so participant B can agree or disagree. So it's time for participant B also. You can take a look if you agree or not.
Okay.
So I mean, participant, no, your turn is finished.
Okay.
So first we can check correct or agree or disagree. So which item you want to remove
This is
and
lemon.
give justification.
We learned just now citrus peel.
You forgot, yeah?
Citrus peel.
This is lemon.
Yeah.
Uh,
Lemon is citrus or not?
Citrus.
So it contains acidic, high acidic level. So it's not.
Acidic is good or not for composting? Is it good or not for acidic? Is good or not for composting?
Not good for composting. And this one also spices like chili. Chili is not good for composting.
Which one good? You.
Better.
Not good.
Which one better? Alright. This one.
Not good.
No, that
The
one.
one not compostable.
One.
I told you just now this is very acidic.
But you can.
It will damage the compost quality. You seem to don't agree with me. So the expert is here.
So why is your justification? You don't agree?
Why you don't agree?
Yes.
Why?
Why you think it's not compostable?
Because the book says like that.
This is lemon.
Mm.
This is garlic.
Mm.
No garlic.
No, this is chili.
Chili.
Yes, chili.
You know what? For this thing, we've talked before. It's better to repurpose instead of compost. Instead of compost, we do repurposing.
For example,
The skin is now.
Yes.
The skin is now. We dry it. Put some sugar. Eat it.
the dried lemon.
Or it's a lemon zest. Do you know lemon zest?
Yes, yes, I know.
Lemon zest. So instead of suggesting to compost, which produce not a good compost results, not good for plant for composting, then whether it's better for your purpose. Okay, that's my answer. Reasoning.
Okay, how about your reasoning? Do you believe it can be composted?
Yes.
No. Do you believe that it will be a good compost quality or
Not
not?
good, but it can be compost.
Yeah. The answer is it good compost or not?
Is it not good compost?
Okay, maybe your point of view, everything can be compostable. Yeah, it's very true.
Yes.
Okay, but
But some with good compost can be good compost. Some with not really good.
so okay. Another question. Okay, what is the purpose for you to do compost if you want to produce a not good compost? Yeah. Okay, let's say you want to do composting, right?
Yes.
But then if you don't get a very good quality compost, so what is the purpose?
My purpose. I want to good compost. I
Right.
want to do good compost.
So of course, so
Of
that's
course,
my
we have to discard this one for composting, and I believe that because of this chili is related to high temperature. But when we do vermicompost, trench composting, we put it in the soil, right?
Yes.
So there will be worm eating it, right?
Mm.
So when the worm eating this, the worm will be die. So it's not the purpose. It's not good. We need the worm to die
biodegradable.
biodegrade the waste.
We need how much temperature?
Or to be specific, you can ask the expert.
You know,
Uh,
for compost.
compost normal temperature.
No. For example, after you donate the soil, it will be how much temperature? You know, mostly for 3 days. And then first day 3 days.
Back to the context of non-compostable. Back to the context why chili is not suitable for composting. Chili has high temperature, so that's my
Yes,
reason.
high temperature. It's important for composting, good compost, because we
Remember that
we
this is
need to
trench composting. This is trench composting.
Right. Yes. We need to 55 and 60 temperature for composting. You know, good composting.
Yeah, that must be true. For composting, right? Maybe, and I believe that if let's say you did bokashi or whatever, then it will ferment the sample and then it will help you in your composting. But for the trench, because you don't do pre-treatment like bokashi, so of course, this kind of thing, especially this one is very spicy.
Yes.
So this spicy food, like just now we discussed about oily food, the fat content food, high fat content food, the citrusy food. So these are the food that we will have to avoid because this will retard or maybe it will slow down the composting. So there's a reason. So for example, right, this one is very spicy, right?
Yes.
So this spicy food, do you think that is gonna promote the composting faster? This spicy food.
Spicy food.
Yeah.
Education.
right? Compared to cabbage, the very very comfortable pH and everything. So you will, which one will produce a better compost quality, chili or cabbage?
Cabbage.
Right. So that's the reason. Because just now I asked you, right? We want to do compost because we want to produce high quality compost. Unless you don't want to produce high quality compost, then it's okay. You can include chili and also lemon. But of course, the reason we want to do compost, we want to produce high quality compost so that you can put on your plant. Right? If let's say it's not good quality compost, then what's the purpose of you put in the plant, right?
True.
So that's why you have to make sure that you choose something that is favorable according to the scientific, or maybe according to the previous study, so that you don't have to do try and error. Because for me, if let's say you want to do it, then you can just throw on the ground without doing composting. You know?
Because these two material waste, it is high in acidic, so it will make the pH imbalance.
How much pH?
I don't need to be exact, so you can search on the papers.
Yes, I was thinking after my cash accreditation, it will be the pH will be 3.5 or 3.2 pH. You know, it's
Okay.
high acid also. Yeah. After that, you can burn it the soil. After during the 3, 4, sometimes 5 weeks, then it will be good compost also.
How it be good?
Nitrogen and carbon very important for composting ratio. Carbon and nitrogen ratio. Then firstly, you can choose through nitrogen and carbon. It will be good compost, and for sometimes 3 days, very high temperature, like 60 degrees. It helps the leaf how no. How can I explain? I cannot explain.
So your point is after bokashi it will be acidic.
Yes.
So you
bokashi is acidic.
okay, maybe to the response. Okay, because this one is for trench, right? Trench is different because that one is subjected to the animal on the ground. Okay, this one is bokashi. It will be subjected to the bokashi brand, and then it will be fermented. So that's the reason I believe maybe for, if let's say you want to go for bokashi, then this can be acceptable, because that's why I always promote bokashi, because bokashi basically one of the best method that they can fulfill, they can cater for most, including the bones and everything. But for several composting method, they can be selective because of the temperature and moisture and everything. So that's why in your case, bokashi can be available for most. If let's say you want to say that most food waste item can be compostable, is correct, but usually you will be correct for bokashi. So that's why I really like to promote bokashi, because I believe that bokashi is less tedious than other method, because basically it will ferment everything, so that it will help you during the composting period. Compared to different method, right? Because different method there is no fermentation. Basically, they have to be depending on the animal, like black soldier larva, and this one redworm, right? Because this one also according to the microbial activity on the ground without the help of the fermentation. So it's different case. Maybe for your answer is correct if let's say you do for bokashi, because bokashi can help you to do some pre-treatment. Unless if you do some pre-treatment, for example, for my student last time, she did some drying so that they can help in producing better compost. But of course, in that sense, it's going to be high cost, right? Because sometimes for pre-treatment, it will incur some cost. For this one, maybe the pros and cons, if let's say for bokashi, right, it will incur some cost in terms of the bokashi brand. Because sometimes bokashi brand, maybe they have to buy, unless they can use rice brand, for example. But maybe in terms of that, but for this one, they don't have to go through pre-treatment, and this is the method for maybe we can say the people that has no time, they can just put everything on the ground and then it will turn into compost. But it's different than bokashi, right? Because bokashi is quite tedious because you have to do fermentation first, and then you have to measure everything, and then after that you have to put in the soil. So that is different approach for different purpose. So that's why maybe I believe that for bokashi this one can be applied, and that's why in bokashi you can also compost the bones. But for most of the method, you cannot compost the bones and also for the other things. So that's why just now I mentioned that even though the oily food and everything, usually for bokashi they can do almost everything. So I do agree with your point. I do believe that for bokashi perspective, everything can be compostable. But for other method, so that's why maybe it's good for us to learn about other method also that is not subjected to bokashi fermentation. Okay. So that's why it's different, because sometimes some pre-treatment can help, like this one, right? So bokashi can help in terms of suppressing everything so that it will produce a better compost quality rather than other method. Because other method maybe there is no pre-treatment, they just put everything and then it will turn into compost. So there are pros and cons. Okay. For example, maybe in bokashi, it would be good for people living in the high rise and everything. But then if let's say they have the soil, they can put in the soil, then also okay. But then if let's say they have no time, right, maybe it's better, maybe some people they go for this, because this one they just put everything in the soil and then that's all. So they don't have to think about whether the type of food waste, whatever, right? But this one also they have to think about type of waste. But for bokashi, they can cater for most of the food waste. So that is the pros, the advantage of bokashi, because basically they can compost everything rather than this. For this one, maybe they cannot do pork, they cannot do bones, they cannot do the chili, they cannot do the citrus, because it's not going to produce a very good compost quality. Okay. So that's the, maybe we can explore later more details in the next session. Yeah, please sign up for the advanced level, or maybe for different. Okay, so I think that let me take a look at this. Okay, another 2 minutes. Okay, next one. Okay, I think we discussed it. We discussed this already. Adding plastic. Sometimes people make mistake like misclassifying oily food and they put the plastic coated material. Sometimes they are lazy. They just put something that coated with the item, and sometimes they pure it too shallow, which is not good, and placing too much waste, which is also not good because it's not easy to decompose at one time. Okay, experiential exercise. So participant can practice trash composting in small group. So you can dig the trash, layer green and brown waste, and cover with soil. Focus entirely on applying correct trash preparation and layering. So next one. Okay, I supervise and correct technique and peer-to-peer feedback. Participant comment on each other's trash composting. One thing done well, one thing to improve. Okay, next. So we can debrief the recap key trench composting step, encourage participants to practice at home, so reinforce learning objectives, hands-on composting skills applied. Okay, maybe we can do a short activity about how to do. Okay, just imagine this is the trench, right?
Okay, we dig down. We dig the soil.
So you dig the soil, everything.
Okay.
So the soil is 20 to 30 centimeter.
Filter.
Okay, that deep, and then you put how you put the. What should you do?
Put the green.
Green. Green.
Yeah, green.
Only green.
Yeah. Not only green, right?
Only green. The waste
You
and
have,
the waste.
you have to put green. No, you have to put food waste,
Food waste.
the carbon and nitrogen.
Carbon and nitrogen.
Yeah. Is there any carbon there?
This is carbon. More carbon. It has more carbon. This is more nitrogen. Yellow one.
Okay.
Green one has carbon.
Is it?
Carbon.
Okay. How about the groundnuts?
This one. This one also nitrogen. This one nitrogen. Nitrogen. This one carbon.
Okay, how do you want to do the layering in the trench deep? Imagine this is the trench deep. Yeah. This is your dig. You dig a hole already.
Yes.
Okay, then how do you want to layer it?
Firstly, we have to cut small.
You cannot cut. Can you cut that one? You cannot cut in deeper. Oh yeah, you can cut, right? Okay. Very good. So you have to cut it first into a small item.
Then mix.
Okay, mix. Okay, then mix it into the hole. Okay. This is very good item.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then put in the hole. Alright.
Then cover this soil.
Our soil, right? So it's complete. Complete or not? Okay, good. Very good. Very excellent. Okay, how about Ami?
Very easy. Very easy method.
Yeah, actually this is called lazy methods. Not just easy. It is lazy methods.
Lazy.
Lazy. You just put everything, right? So that's why actually this is a very conventional method before bokashi came in, before video came in. So this is a very early days method. So they put everything and then they put soil and that's all.
It will take 2 weeks. Two months.
No weeks, right? 2 to 8 weeks. But of course there's a the disadvantage because not everything can be compostable compared to bokashi. Bokashi you can compost everything, right? Most of the time. But this one cannot. Or else it's not going to be producing a better composting quality. So you have to choose lah. Okay, alright. So next, so reflection and commitment. So this is the fishbowl diagram of inner and outer circle. Participant A in inner circle speaking, but since you only have 2, but it's okay. So share challenge or common mistake at home. So maybe you can share the challenge and common mistake at home, and then the other person can listen actively and note insight for discussion. So for this session, so what the challenge and common mistake that you did at home?
Compost?
Yeah, compost.
Not compost.
Not composting, not doing composting. So what are the challenge? Why? Any reason? Any reason why not doing composting?
No space. No.
No space. Okay.
trench composting. High rise. Need trench
No,
composting.
this is trench. This is not.
This is trench.
Trench you have
No
to
space.
dig in the ground, right?
You live high rise.
You live high rise, right? In your home? In Malaysia?
In Uzbek.
Oh, yeah, in Malaysia.
Malaysia.
You live in fourth floor, right?
Yes, sir.
No soil, right? How you want to? Later the guard scold you.
Can you do trench?
So what are the challenge? Maybe you can share also. If let's say in this condition in Malaysia you live in the fourth floor, right? In your area,
Yes.
what are the challenge that you face to do trench? Not bokashi, trenched.
Trench.
Trench is not like this. This is like the markup. This is like a mock, not the real one. The real one is we have to dig in the real land, in the soil, on the ground. So what are the challenge that you can think of?
You're lazy to go down. You're lazy to go down.
You don't have access to the land, right?
No
Because
access.
that's not your land. Later people scold you, right? Because you dig the land. Yeah, because sometimes not everyone will like it. They will complain, or it's smelly, everything, right? So those are the challenges also that we face at home usually, rather than being lazy. Sometimes, of course, lazy can be due to no spaces, right? No time. So that people don't become lazy just for fun, right? Because there are some external factors and internal factors that cause people not just lazy because of the behavior to do that, because it's not convenient. But if let's say you are in Japan, maybe you will not be lazy, right? If you are in Japan,
You will not.
because everyone is doing it, that it has become a practice and norm over there. Rather in Malaysia, if let's say you do it, people are gonna say, right? So those are the things that can give perception. Okay, next one is I think this is the fishbowl. If let's say you have any group, then can discuss. So reflection, a question: what mistake do I often make? What challenges and how confident I am in managing household waste? Okay, so maybe you can scan here after this. Next, you can scan the code here. Just scan here, and then how confident do you feel about composting your own food waste now, and what challenges might you face at home? And write on the sandbox note and place on the commitment wall. Okay, I give you 1 minute. Yeah, more than 2 minutes. Okay, so after this, I will go through to your Padlet, and then I can see here that you have gave your pledge and you are confident to do about composting your food waste now. So do you think that composting is easy to do after your first time doing it?
Compost.
Yeah,
For now, maybe.
but the first time?
First time, no.
Yeah, it's not that easy, right? Because it can be easy if let's say you do want to produce a very good quality compost. Yeah, it's quite tricky, and then maybe people say, like just now we discussed, not everything can be compostable. But if let's say you do proper technique and proper treatment, then you can produce a very good and very high quality compost. Because we never know, maybe the one that you are doing right now, longer one, can produce a very high quality compost. Then maybe it can be something of high value. Okay. All right. Next. So this is some before that. Okay, this is some review game, yeah, before we end. So this one can be composed or not?
Meat.
Yeah. This is not pork meat, yeah. This is beef meat.
No.
No. Preferable to compose or not?
What?
No. Preferred to compose or not? Favorable to compose or not?
No.
Okay, this one.
This one also.
Meat
you have to separate it. If let's say it is mixed together,
Not preferable.
Not perfect.
Oily.
yeah, you can, but because my previous student did this study, leftovers and not, the quality is very low. You can do it, so but the quality is very low, so there's no function, right? So of course, why should we do something of not good quality? So of course, a lesson learned. Maybe it's better we have to do separation, maybe the vegetable and everything, and then you can separate straight away, so that's going to be better in terms of the quality. So this one, mayonnaise,
Not perfect.
not preferred, right? So durian,
Perfect.
yeah, very good quality compost. Okay. Okay, next one is, this is the trash composting. A, B, C, which one is better?
ABC.
Yeah.
So,
This is year 1, year 2, year 3.
I think ABC, right?
Yeah. A, B, C. What's the difference?
C prefer.
C.
No. No.
Which one? A, B, C? C. How about you?
How can be there's empty path and then there's plants progress.
Yeah, because it's not listed, right? This is not listed, then you can grow the plant.
I think if everything is acceptable
But which one is preferred
for
according to our lesson just now? C, okay. Any justification?
Firstly, we prepare the compost with fruit and vegetable waste,
Okay.
and then grow the soil. Then we use the plant.
grow.
Grow the plant. Okay.
This
Okay, how about you?
Yeah, same thing.
C. Or maybe you can suggest, if let's say you can suggest D,
D.
can you suggest D?
D.
Hmm.
Ah,
If you can suggest D, what is D?
what is D?
Yeah. Or C is just nice. This is we are talking about here, yeah. We are not talking about months. This is year 1, year 2, year 3.
It's too long.
It's too long, right?
Yes.
I think okay. Let's say you can have D. What can you propose D?
We change the years.
Yeah. How many years?
Not years. We change the months.
Yeah, very correct. I think it's better to change month. For example, maybe let's make it 3 months or 6 months. That is better to get DC, right? Because I think it's 2 years too long, 1 year, right? Then it's going to be a waste of space. Okay, next. Okay, that's very good. It seems that participant can review the pledges already, and then we have highlighted the key takeaways, and we are able to recognize the common household food waste mistake, and so we can plan concrete action to improve waste management not only at the national level but also at the household level, and we can track progress on everyone's pledge after the sessions. Okay, in summary, so it is most important to select the ways that we want to do, and how to do the trash preparation, and how to do the burying, and how to wait for the period, and how to use the soil. And so of course we have to reinforce the environmental impact as well as the soil benefits to the environment. Okay, next. Okay, for the next event to get more details, please join me in environmental, social and governance training for social enterprises is going to be on 13 July in Dewan Utama Alam Sekitar. So please feel free and scan to register. Okay. Next one. So maybe thank you. Okay, next one maybe we can have a final Q&A if you have question and answer. No question. Cannot wait to go back. Okay, thank you for the question and thank you for your. So I feel glad because it looks like everyone is satisfied and yeah, of course, it is good at least you can get a very basic understanding about composting and also about the type of waste that we can compost and types of waste that we can compost. So maybe we can get a more detailed understanding for the next session because we have different type of method like windrow, ASP, and many more because every method is different for different type of purpose. So that's why we can get to know in the next session or maybe in the ESG so that it will be more detailed in the session. Okay, I think that's all for today. So don't forget to fill in your attendance and also your feedback survey for this session. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, see you for the next session. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day to everyone. So you can take your vegetable.
Thank you so much.
45. Okay, nice.
Wood. Right. All right. Thank you. And after that, we have a QR code here. Please scan the QR code here. So there's one question. Do you agree with the new law? So let's give it some time for you to think before you vote because it's going to change your life. So okay, maybe we can repeat. Yeah. So do you agree with the new law?
Agree.
With the new fine?
For me, I agree with the new law.
You agree with the new law?
Yes.
So if let's say you will be fined, if do you think that people will be scared? Yeah, people will be afraid. Why? To do littering? Yeah, because they will be fined 2,000 ringgit, right? Or maybe it's too little amount. Do you think 2,000 ringgit is very little amount? Yeah, it's small money, very small, right? I'm not sure. Maybe very small. Maybe enough. Enough for people to throw rubbish.
No, I think the 2,000 ringgit is quite high, but it also.
A little bit small.
So can you pay 2,000 ringgit? Just can
Maybe
you pay?
so you suggest to be higher, to be a higher amount. Maybe you suggest how many thousand? 5,000? Is it okay? 3,000 higher. So people will be more afraid, right?
Yeah, correct. People will be more afraid.
People will be more afraid to throw rubbish, right? So basically, if you ask me at a deeper level, I do agree with the law. But then, because based on my previous study also, during the COVID-19, because during that time, our movement is very restricted. So basically, there are so many police and or the security forces, so people don't move around. So only that point, the waste generation during COVID-19 dropped. So that's why I also previously also I approached the government because I really want them to make sure that we can implement some laws or maybe some enforcement so that people will be afraid. If not, maybe we are. I'm very afraid that we will not be able to reduce our waste. But on another side, also I really hope that the government can also mitigate the behavior of the people because I don't want it at the end of the day, it will not be a good practice because I believe that it should be handled, it should be managed both way. implementing the enforcement as well as giving lesson to the people and the public to practice a better or more sustainable waste management.
Agree?
Okay, so okay, but before that, let me introduce myself. So I am Muhammad Haikal bin Ismail. I am an ESG and sustainability trainer specializing in translating governance, risk, and compliance frameworks into strategic, business relevant learning for organization. I design and deliver HRD COP aligned programs that build institutional capability and integrate sustainability into leadership and operational decision making. So basically, I have PhD in chemical engineering and I also enrolled in HRDC certified training recently. So my specialization is in ESG, environmental, social, and governance. So I am the project leader for Dana Innovasi Social under the Ministry of Higher Education with Ekalui, a five-star ESG certified organization. I'm also main supervisor for research on ESG integration. I'm also international lecturer in Tokyo for 3 years and invited speaker in India, Indonesia, and France. So you can connect me through LinkedIn and also through TikTok. Okay, so next, so let's start with the ice breaking. So I'll give you 1 minute to think about the true two things about yourself and one personal or professional goal for this session. So maybe you are allowed to also discuss with your friends.
Mm.
Okay, I give you 1 minute. Yeah.
Mm. Two, three. Two, two things. Mm.
So maybe different answer, a more leisure answer. Don't choose a very formal answer. Yeah, like studying. It's very formal because this is not class.
Okay,
Okay.
let me start first.
Yeah.
I think my two things about me. Actually, I enjoy a workout in the gym because I feel like stress reliever and also it helps me to keep in shape. Second thing is, but the true things about myself also, I like to eat desserts. I like sweet things, which is contradict, but it's me.
Mm. Okay. How about you?
First, I like to jogging and every after dinner.
Jogging and
After dinner, after for example,
yeah,
mostly I eat dinner around
early dinner.
around for
Oh.
8 p.m. And after 2 or 1.5 hours,
Mm.
I will some watch and then I will exercise.
Mm.
Then second,
How many hours you do jogging?
mostly 1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour.
No, totally 1 hour.
Oh.
20 minutes walking, 20 minutes.
Mm.
Uh,
Mhm.
Firstly walking, second jogging, and last
Oh, it's very long.
maybe it's okay, not too long. 1 minute.
Another one?
Another one. Uh, second,
Do you know about yourself? Do you know yourself better?
uh,
Are you still not
I
clear?
like to
You like yourself?
I like to drive car.
Oh, okay. You are a drifter.
Yes,
Oh, you like this.
yes, actually.
Oh, now I can see why you are always missing. You drive to Kuala Lumpur, right?
Anyway,
Yeah.
follow
Have you
for
drive? Have you drove
Naga,
here? For instance, very far. Wow.
I can drive anywhere.
Oh, anywhere.
Yes, because
Okay.
I like to drive anytime.
You like to drive very
Yes,
far. You are not a CP. Oh,
mostly.
you are a drifter. Oh, okay. You have to change your career. to be a driver or to be a yeah drifter, maybe F1 drifter. Okay, jap, good. All right. So next one, okay, maybe one professional and personal goal for this session. You would like to say you would like to share why you attend this session. Maybe you want to be
Only one.
a teacher.
Only
Ah,
one.
yeah, only one. You have many? Okay, yeah, just name many. Don't worry. Maybe you are so excited after eating nasi lemak just now.
I want to be the professional teacher and also good with manager, management,
Hmm.
and then also good businessman
You like to be working with the waste?
with
Yeah, you like to be working with the
yes,
waste? Oh, you love it.
yes, it's with now is the global
Sure.
issue.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We have to the of
Have to play our role.
yes,
Is it because it's just a trend? Is it just because it is a trend of the world issue, or maybe that is your passion? Yeah, is it your passion, or maybe you just follow the trend? Because just now you mentioned that it is the global issue, right? Maybe it's, right now is the emerging trend in the world. So, so because of the trend, yeah, you want to follow the trend.
and okay,
Yeah, you are FOMO.
for
Yeah, FOMO. You know FOMO? Yeah, you can Google what is FOMO.
I know for
You
more,
know, you know, you know FOMO.
for more.
No, no, FOMO. You know FOMO? FOMO stand for what? FOMO. Yeah, this one FOMO.
Hmm.
Yeah,
For more.
yeah. What is FOMO? Fear of,
Yes.
yeah, FOMO. Yeah, this is FOMO, not pharma. Yeah, Hmm. FOMO is
No, for more.
not FOMO. Okay, now you don't want to admit yourself. Okay, let me write this one first. FOMO. So not FOMO, yeah, because not because you want to follow the trend, so you want to do the waste management. Because I believe this issue is not happened recently because it has been there for many years already since dinosaur world, right? Since dinosaur times, sorry. But until now, it's still there. No solution to that because but some country has shown very good progress, like maybe in Japan. How about your country? They manage very well because you have
Not
four,
very well.
not very well. Where do they throw all the rubbish? They throw. How do they manage the rubbish?
Very
Rubbish, garbage,
very
trash. Where do they manage? They burned it
mostly
mostly.
burn it or
Oh,
like
give to
burn
the
it,
burn it.
burn the
Oh,
soil.
burn into put in the soil.
Yeah,
Okay. But okay, what are the items that you can put in the soil? Can you put
sometimes recycling.
recycling? Oh, can you put the plastic inside the soil?
No,
No, right?
Mhm.
because it will not be the organic.
Biodegradable. Oh yeah, it should be organic. Okay, very good. So basically, you have very good understanding about waste management. Okay. So how about Amir?
Yeah, my goal for this training session is that I want to, some sort of understand a bit more in terms of the uh, treating the waste, composting to be specific. Yeah. So somehow, different method have different, um, you know, conveniency of people on how to do it. So I just want to let you know on how to do it.
Okay, that's good because but please take note that this session is only on trench composting. So if you want to know more, you have to enroll for another course. Okay,
You
you
have
have
to
to
pay
pay
more.
more. Okay, good. Okay, so next. So another ice breaking here because I want you to loosen up. Okay, this or that. Why addition? Take turns choosing between two options. Okay, now you can choose coffee or tea.
Coffee.
Do you?
Sometimes coffee, sometimes
This
Can't
one.
you only choose one?
only.
Yeah, don't be too Gen Z. Yeah. Only not matcha. How about matcha? If you have coffee or matcha, which one do you choose?
Coffee.
How about you? Do you know matcha? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do drink, not me. You drink matcha. You like it, right? Oh. So you like matcha? Matcha or coffee? Oh, matcha. Why matcha? You feel like you like very healthy? Do you think that matcha is really healthy?
Matcha,
It tastes like it tastes like
Grass.
vegetable, right? It tastes like grass. Yeah.
coffee helps the fish loss.
Freeze?
Okay.
Ice. Ice. Oh, you like ice. Or maybe you like ice blended. You know apa?
Frap.
Oh yeah, frap. Or
Frappuccino.
frappuccino. The the ice you put coffee and then you blend everything. That one. You don't like coffee with the ice, right? Okay. Which one is yes?
Only one.
Only one.
I have lot of
Yeah, you have. Oh yeah, you are very flexible. Okay, that is also good. Okay, field work or let work. Field work going outside with the hot sun.
fish work.
Field work. Okay, because you love to be in kebun a lot, right? Yeah. How about you?
So I work to the with group.
Crop
Group.
I like to the
group
work with group.
group. Yeah, not yet. Just group over here. Don't don't answer yet. Just follow the flow. Okay, okay, that's good. That's good also because your energy is very there. How about you?
Let
Field
work.
work, let work. Okay, he likes to. He doesn't like sun
Mm.
to be exposed with the sun because it's very sweating, right? Very hot in Malaysia.
Mm.
It's not really hot in Malaysia.
Really hot. I think not like
You love summer.
I like
Oh, okay, okay. You like everything.
now I
Okay, how about early morning or late night? Because I was understood that you have insomnia, you cannot sleep at night, right?
yes
You
I cannot do
cannot sleep. Thinking too much about let work. Thinking too much about your compost. What happened to my compost? It took so long. Okay, so basically you both of you late night.
Yes.
Mm. But actually, do you think that late night is good practice?
No, it's actually no, not a good practice.
early morning okay because
Just now I wake you up, you wake up late, right? I know you wake up. You don't wake up already. Yeah, because yeah, sometimes because maybe let's say you are very tired. Of course, sometimes we cannot wake up very early, right? So especially during weekend. But actually, yeah, it's a good practice also to sometimes, yeah, actually to go up and early in the morning. Because there's a proverb, early bird catches the worm. You know, you know, bird, early bird catches the worm.
Yeah.
So early bird, the bird that wake up in the morning, so they get the worm earlier. So it's very fresh. Okay. How about this one? Solo work or teamwork? Teamwork. With whom? With the uncle there? Uncle and auntie there? Your favorite one?
for now
Yeah, for now. Or maybe with Sarah.
Uh, for now, uh,
So you are lonely to do work in the kebun there alone. Doing compose alone.
I like to work with it, but now I don't have
Team.
team.
Yeah, that's why I give you team. I give
Sarah.
you Sarah.
Only Sarah.
Yeah, because the other Sarah finished already. I know Sarah and uncle, right? I have you many uncle there. Uncle China, Auntie Susan. They love you so much.
There are two
Chinese uncle.
when they can go.
Hmm.
Chinese and Indian.
Oh yeah, Chinese and Indian.
Oh,
Auntie? How many aunties?
three.
Yes.
Yeah, three.
Two Chinese, one
Yeah, one Malay. Yeah. I forgot the name. How about you, Ame? Solo or teamwork?
For research solo. Yeah. But in terms of why? I
Hmm.
can more focus, no distraction in terms of research because research I believe you need to have to be more focused. But then so you want to say something, right? After I've completed some topic of the research, then actually can discuss or get some feedbacks and um, you know yeah feedbacks in terms of the research. But it actually depending on the type of work.
Actually, yeah, maybe I want to share. Usually for solo work, especially during PhD. If let's say you are doing PhD, usually it will be a very lonely journey because your research is different for other people, right?
True.
Because unless for master, maybe at least you have friends with the same topic, so at least you can discuss.
Hmm.
Because when during my time last time, I was alone because I don't have people of the same topic, so it's hard for me to discuss with the topic with other people unless
Mm.
until there is a junior came in so I can discuss with her. So I don't feel alone anymore. But most of the time you will be lonely. So especially that's why you have to make sure that you are very ready before you want to do PhD because after all it will be a very lonely journey.
Mm.
But some people also for master, if let's say the lecturer or maybe the supervisor has very few students, maybe they will be lonely, maybe alone, right? So, but you are lucky at least you have several friends to talk with the topic, maybe to discuss. Because also last time when I have my own student last time, he is he is just working alone
Mm.
because no people to talk with.
Mm.
So that's why sometimes we have to be flexible because not most of the time we can work with the team, but sometimes we have to work solo, right?
Mm.
So yeah, it's good. So next one, okay, story behind the choice. So each person answers one. So what's one experience that shaped how you think about your work studies today? And what's one challenge you are proud of overcoming? And what's one moment you felt truly motivated? So you understand this question? Yeah, take some time to digest. Yeah, I give you 1 minute.
Doesn't necessarily have to be formal, right?
Yeah. Make it informal because this is the
Okay. So
okay.
I just want to start first with one question. What the one moment you felt truly motivated is yeah, when I work out, for several months, then when I look in the mirror and can see the result, it motivates me more. It's simple as that to
Okay.
continue.
So that's one moment for him.
Mm.
What's one moment for you?
My home.
Yeah, maybe in your research, in your study,
Jadi,
you feel motivated because there's a strong support from the uncles. No, they don't give support. They bully you. Do they bully you? No, right. Oh, Tido, Tido came here. Oh, during in Uzbekistan. Okay.
hmm,
So maybe that's the reason you want to do this study. Okay. Okay. So what's one
But
challenge?
for now, I like uh,
Well, last time you don't like.
yeah. Last time also I like, but not much.
Not much. Oh, you are forced to do. Oh, people force you to do.
More.
Yeah. You don't really like the topic before this. Someone else asked you to do the topic.
More.
Someone. There should be someone that forced you to do it.
So I don't
Someone asked you to do this topic. No. So why? Okay, maybe what's the reason why last time you don't really like it, right now you are okay and maybe you like it.
because last time before I get more information about this object, this
Hmm.
research, this study. So for now, I have more information, more reason. So I like it, research and study in UK
Okay, yeah. So because I can see
and
also.
this faculty.
Okay.
You fall in love with this place.
Is it because of your bicycle? Last time you didn't have bicycle, right?
Yes,
So maybe you are more convenient to move around. Yeah, because personally, I also can see your progress during the first month I saw you. But then right now, I can see when I ask you, you have a justification. Whenever you want to explain something, you refer to citation, to reference. So that's really good because usually that's how you want to answer in your Viva. For example, maybe your in for you to present your work anywhere. Okay. So what's one challenge you are proud of overcoming? Maybe one challenge. Maybe over here. What's your one challenge? What your difficulty? What's your one difficulty? Difficult. Yeah,
Speaking bahasa,
yeah. Speaking. You can speak already, right?
makan,
Ah, terima kasih. Yeah,
sama-sama.
yeah. Is that all? And how can you pass the bahasa Melayu?
Just I prefer the for exam
Google,
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
any also
Do you remember the one that you remember last time? Do you still remember? You forgot already.
not for the
Yeah.
You remember?
You can recall. You can recall back. What are the Malay words that you still remember?
yes
Not so much. Hmm. Is it different from your language?
Malay bahasa Melayu yang not different.
Not different. Hmm. Very easy. But you cannot remember. Yeah, it's very easy. See, bahasa Melayu is very easy. That's why when you go, sometimes the foreign workers, right? They come here for 1 year already. They can speak like Malay.
Hmm.
You are almost 1 year, right?
No, not for you.
You are one semester.
Oh, one semester.
Almost
Half year.
another 4 months. Another 5 months. Make sure you can speak Malay. So the panel in Viva will be impressed. Wow, you can speak Malay. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, next one. Okay, let's make it very fast because I think we are run out of time. Rapid fire, 60 second each. 60 second per person. So answer as many questions that you can. Okay, favorite food, favorite place, one skill you want to learn, one thing people always get wrong with you, one thing that excites you about these sessions. Okay, think first. I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay, ready to start? Who wants to start first? Sure. Okay.
Favorite food.
Yeah. What?
any country. Right?
Yeah.
Uh, favorite food. Firstly, my country. My favorite food. Pillow.
Yeah. Pillow. Yeah. I still remember.
Yes. Also,
Not the pillow.
not like pillow.
Yeah. Pillow. Yeah.
Pillow.
Yeah.
Pillow.
Yeah. The
Bread.
rice.
Huh?
The bread.
Pillow.
Rice.
Rice, carrot, beef.
Vegetable.
Oh,
Vegan. Meat. Got meat.
Yeah,
What?
like
What kind of meat? Beef. Mm.
also
Chicken.
chicken meat.
Oh, okay. Camel. You have camel there? Camel will be. Oh no no. Yeah, it's cold country. Camel will be very cold. Okay.
Also,
Next. Please.
no, but my favorite food also running the night.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Please, uh, please our country.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Almat. Yeah.
I like my country also. Malaysia, I like
Audition.
politics.
Yeah.
Yes, politics also good. Brunei also good.
Yeah. Of course.
UPM, very good.
really?
You know that we are recording, right? Okay. Okay. One skill you want to learn.
I want to learn the
Yeah, bahasa Melayu.
no. Yes,
Yeah, oh, you see no?
Oh,
technical skill. Learn the. I have
you learn already.
I have to do one.
Hmm. This is more than 30 seconds already.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's too late.
60 seconds only.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. You think first, let me answer.
Okay, yeah, I think yeah you lost. Okay, let Ami do this part.
Okay,
You can think later.
60 seconds. Favorite food, chocolate cake. Favorite place, island. One skill you want to learn, um, presentation skills. One thing people always get wrong about you, I'm a lecturer, which I'm a student actually. One thing that excites you about this session, to understand more and get to know the expert, like doctor. Hmm.
You ready? Another three, this one answer. Yeah. You have 30 seconds.
I want to learn the uh, computer skill.
Computer programming. Yeah. You took the wrong course. You should go to computer science there. Computer engineering.
No, how? Like I want to manage like
Computer.
automatic.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good also. Actually,
Automation.
one of the lecture they can do composting automated. Yeah. Maybe I can invite her later. So next,
Next one, always with all
you are Chinese.
Chinese.
You no, I believe I know. People always get wrong because they know that they thought that you can speak Malay, right? You know, just now last week, right? Doctor Fir talk in Malay with you. You know, don't know no Malay. He doesn't doesn't understand. Okay, next one. One thing that excites you about this session.
Oh,
Okay, right. Okay, next. Okay, I think next. Okay, I think tak apa. I think let's keep it because let's keep the ice breaking because I believe that you know already so much already until you feel very annoying already. Right? Okay, so let's move forward because I think that's all for the ice breaking because basically you know each other already and then you get to know and then you loosen up already before we start our session. So let's move to learning outcomes. Basically, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, we will cover to determine types of food waste and its environmental impact. So next one is to differentiate between compostable versus non-compostable. Sometimes it's very tricky because not everything can be compostable.
Yep.
And so next one is to demonstrate trench composting step, which is the most conventional composting methods. And next one is to apply hands-on skill. And the fifth one is to reflect on some mistake that we can try to avoid. And last but not least, to commit to sustainable practice. Okay, next one.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, 30. All right. So based on this, Malaysia's solid waste in Asia, according to this, 15.4 million tons of waste annually, and in Malaysia alone, yeah, because our average is 1.17 kilogram waste per person per day. How much waste that you waste? How much waste that you generate per day in UPM? Yeah, how much waste? Half kg. What is that?
You look confident now, KG. Huh? How? What? You
Five
count your
five
waist?
hundred gram. 500 gram. Right? 500 gram. What are those? Yeah, for you, for you. Hmm.
Sometimes half, sometimes
Very low. Very low. Okay, maybe you can think of anything, any waste that you generate.
very.
Yeah,
Mostly vegetable and
food. So you eat food every day. What kind of fruit? Pineapple, apple.
apple and orange.
Oh, no wonder last time you want to do apple composting. Right? But apple is not common to Malaysia, right? Okay,
Also
but
banana.
banana, yeah, banana is very nice. Okay, how about you, Ame? How many waste that you generate per day per person?
I don't really count.
Maybe you can think of what are the ways that usually you generate yourself at home, for example.
Yeah, same fruits, banana peel, egg shell.
Mm.
Because I eat a lot of egg per day, banana, so that kind of is.
So that is also concurrently relevant with our waste generation in Malaysia
Mm,
because majority of waste in Malaysia, for example, is food waste because right now it's 40 to 50%.
it's
So
not.
that's why when you mentioned just now is very correct according to the our trend in Malaysia. But other than that, in Malaysia also we generated plastic, right?
No,
Due to
yeah.
the online shopping, there are
Mm,
so many plastic package, right?
yes.
And also the paper waste, for example. So those are the main highest fraction of waste in Malaysia, for example.
Mm.
But ASEAN average is 1.14 kilogram,
Oh,
which is lower
oh,
because Malaysia generated more
mm,
than most Asians.
mm.
Is it because of durian? Yeah, maybe we eat a
Durian
lot of durian
waste.
because why do you think that people throw the durian skin? Yeah, durian skin is very heavy or not?
Yes,
Heavy, very heavy, right? Do you see durian over all over in Malaysia? You
yes,
you see that? Yeah,
and also coconut,
yeah, coconut. Yeah, it's
heavy.
all over because I believe maybe it might be one of the reason because last time, last time durian season is only once a year, but right now it's all over the year.
Mm.
Yeah, I do not know. Maybe they have some innovation which is maybe good, but maybe bad. But for durian lovers, it's a good news.
Mm.
When do you want to try the durian?
What is that durian?
Yeah, not ready. Why are you afraid?
Durian.
Yeah, you never want to try
Maybe I will try
before you go back. Yeah, but right now, no.
for now.
Yeah,
no, okay, maybe I can try.
We can try after this, yeah? Okay. I really hope you will like it.
Mostly, I don't eat out outside
Okay, okay, okay,
Mm.
yeah, of course. But you have a car.
because
You have a car, right? You can drive the car.
I don't have car, but my roommate
Yeah,
has a car.
yeah.
Sometimes
Mm.
I drive his car.
Okay. Go to Pottisons. Going out.
If he give
Key.
me the key,
Or you steal the key.
Mm. You pay petrol fuel.
Petrol is very increasing right now, the price of petrol.
uh,
Very expensive right now.
How much you pay?
last time 3.5 or 6
Hmm. It's higher than Uzbekistan? Hmm.
Lower.
is
Lower, okay, okay. So
So
that
you so it's
almost same, but a bit lower.
lower. That's why you love to stay here. Okay, so that's a good finding and good sharing. Basically, overall in Malaysia is 1.17, which is higher than most Asian average. Of course, there are so many reasons, and also the waste generation is fluctuating, and it will increase during festive season. For example, during Hari Raya, during Christmas,
mm,
and everything. So basically, people will spend more during this season, and it is a growing waste in Asia, not only in Malaysia, especially in Japan, in China, right? Because even though they are very developed, but then their generation is very high
mm,
over there. And also, not to forget, our favorite place, which is India. So basically, in ASEAN, Malaysia is third highest. Okay,
mm.
Indonesia is the highest, Thailand second, Malaysia third. So
Mm.
any reason why Indonesia number one?
Population.
Because the population,
Mm.
right? They have very high population, right?
Yep.
But okay, maybe one of the reason also uh, because they love to eat ayam gepok. Do you know ayam gepok? Yeah, you are not Malaysian, you know. So in Malaysia, we have so many ayam gepok. So in Indonesia, that meal come from Indonesia. Uh, and also Indonesia, they also a foodie like Malaysian. And of course, due to the population, so it is projected to increase to 17 million tons by 2035. So that's why it's a very, very emerging concern, not just a trend, because that's why I believe that we should give more and more awareness to more people,
Mm.
even though it's very small effort, but then at least we can do something rather than not doing anything at all.
Mm.
Okay, next. So module one is waste awareness. So I'm here to give more awareness, even though you are very aware already. So what is household food waste? Why does it matter? What happens after we throw it away? And how does this relate to trench composting? Do you know what happened to our waste? If let's say you throw your banana, right? What happened to your banana? Is it is it eaten by the monkey? No. Then what happened to your banana that you throw in the rubbish in the bin, dustbin? Yeah, after that. Any guest? Any
uh, after so
after you throw
it will be the
compost?
no,
Yeah. Then who's going to compost that?
it will be like net smell
Oh
or
yeah, that smell.
something like
So where will it be sent away? Your banana, where will it go?
Landfill.
Field? What field? Yeah, it's a landfill. You know landfill? Landfill. Have you been to a landfill? Yeah, later you can do some Google. Yeah, landfill is the place whereby people throw and people. It's called in Malaysia. It's called dumpsters. Dumpster is people dump everything over there.
Mm.
Okay. So it's very bad condition. Very bad condition, and also it emits so many methane gases, greenhouse gases, which is bad for our environment. Okay, next. Okay, so overview of food waste.
Mm.
Household generate most food waste because most of you, like most Malaysian, we love to eat food waste. Sorry, we love to eat food, not the food waste. But then most of the food they are causing waste. For example, like the the peel, right? The fruit peel, the vegetable peel, and everything. So of course, we will throw everything away. But actually, those are the things that we can recover
Mm.
through composting that we will discuss later. So most common is the cooked food, fruits and vegetable. Do you
Mm.
think that cooked food, for example, the cooked rice can produce a better compost than fruit and vegetable? The cooked rice. Do you know rice, nasi kandar, for example? Better, yeah, very correct.
Mm.
Because basically, their nutrients are still there and is still intact compared if let's say you cook already.
Mm.
So food waste in landfill produce methane, CH4. So these are the costs that is not good for our environment because methane is a very powerful greenhouse gas.
Mm.
And in this situation, wasted food equals to wasted water, energy, as well as land. So it's not only food. Because why? Because food, in order to grow the food, we need water, you need energy, and also you need land to grow the food. Right? For example, you grow your vegetables, so you need land. So it's a waste of everything if you throw it away, and it is also cause the climate change and pollution. Because you can see here that all over, for example, in Malaysia, usually last time the flood only happened during the some monsoon, but right now it happened all over the year. So I believe this situation occur anywhere, like what happened in uh, the Greenland, no, Greenland, for example, or maybe in the ice are melting right now. So actually, this is one also the reason because it is keep on it is interconnecting. One thing that we did nowadays, it will give effect to other places and also to other part of the world. So next. So what is household food waste? So household food waste includes your fruit peels,
Mhm.
uh, like your avocado, maybe the lemon, apple,
Mm.
vegetable scraps, for example, your uh, apa just now?
Cabbage.
Cabbage, the onion, onion. Okay, what else? Leftover rice, noodles, and breads, and expired food, and plate leftovers. Okay, for leftovers rice, do you think that we can still eat it? Can you still eat the leftover rice?
Can.
Okay, what is the idea? Yeah. The rice that you don't finished, what can you do? If you let's say you cook so much, you cook too much, right? Then they have leftovers. Can you throw it or you can turn into something else? Throw. You like to throw things.
You can also the compost.
Or do compost. Okay. You rather do compost?
Can you repeat?
Okay. Okay, rice, right? Let's say rice this portion, you just eat half and then the rest is leftovers. So what do you do with the leftovers rice?
Mostly, I think not much.
Okay, okay. That's also good practice. Don't take so much.
Mm.
But if let's say you cook, right? If let's say at home you cook, and then you cook a little bit much, and then there's the leftovers here, half. What what will you do? You keep it, or you throw, or you give to the cat
I will keep in the fridge.
in the fridge
After that, I will go to
again.
if you take the
Okay.
but if you take the restaurant or outside other place,
Hmm.
mostly people
Yeah, we of course. That is very unfortunate, right? Just now also we had discussion with the cafe owners. They say that let's say they sell the mixed rice, the rice the rice with the all the meals. Uh, Usually it will cause so many wastes
Mm.
because it's not finished, right? Actually, this is not a good practice.
yet they
True.
should take not
Or maybe they should not cook so much, right? They also should not cook so much. But if you don't cook so much, of course, you're not gonna get more money, right?
more money, more
Yeah, more waste is not good also. Yeah, yeah. People cannot cannot take much because if let's say they take much, they will be charged much, right?
Mm.
But it's okay for them. But then I believe that for example, maybe the cafe owners also, especially the buffet, right? Because sometimes the food is not nice. Because sometimes maybe we thought that the food is nice, but then we take a little bit, but then it turns out not to be nice. So whose fault is that? Us or maybe the buffet owner? Yeah.
Mm.
Sometimes buffet, right? For example, in a hotel, buffet you can take free flow, you can take everything free flow, but then let's say the food that they prepare is not nice, but then the customer take and then they cannot finish it because it's not nice. So is it the customer's fault? Yes, their fault. But it's not nice.
how
Let's say we have 10 customers, right?
customer
Only one customer like it, but the rest don't like it. But then they take a little bit, but then everything's not nice, so it's not finished. So whose fault is that? The customers or the buffet
The
provider?
buffet
uh okay,
because it's
Right,
not
the buffet,
nice.
right? So I believe also the awareness should be given to the buffet providers so that they can provide the
Good.
food that can be edible,
Mm.
so that it will not turn into waste.
True.
Alright, so okay, next one. We need to say not all food waste is suitable for composting. Uh, for example, okay, next. Okay, food waste at home are major contributors to food waste. Household, of course, because most of the food waste come from household, and large percentage of domestic waste is organic. We can see here that most food waste unfortunately ends up in landfill. So, the question: what food waste do you usually throw away at home? You answer already. The pineapple, sorry,
Banana peel,
apple and banana peel,
eggshell.
eggshell, and
uh
rice.
no not like
Mm. Bread,
onion
onion. Oh,
Oh,
you
you like
onion.
onion?
no
Like that.
mostly we cook the food at the home.
Okay.
Mm.
My roommate
Don't like onion. He likes onion.
no he cook with onion.
Oh, he cook with onion.
Yes.
You don't like onion. Not much. So he
But
like.
but
Hmm?
you use the onion to with the
Oh, onion with fruit. Eat
not
together.
fruit, not fruit,
Huh?
food, food.
Fruit. Which
Yes.
fruit? Which fruit?
Meal, in the meal.
Rice.
Right. Like you know,
Curry.
Mak lubah.
uh,
Chili oil.
we not
Chili sauce.
no
Sambal.
Pakistan. I forgot the name.
Falafel.
Chili sauce.
So
the gravy, the gravy,
you
right?
can describe. Can you describe?
Mostly we make with onion, tomatoes, and rice.
Oh, and then they eat
Mm.
with the rice.
Yes, mix.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's a very dry food, right? With tomato and everything, it's very soury,
And
sour, right?
no,
It's
no,
spicy.
with
It's spicy. Okay, next. So that's why sometimes, like you mentioned, you don't really like it, but some people like it. Right? So people have different preference. Um, So what happened in landfill just now? We mentioned when food waste is buried in landfill, so there is no oxygen, which is anaerobic condition, and so this decomposition produces methane gas, which is CH4. So methane traps heat in the atmosphere, and unfortunately, methane is about 28 times stronger than CO2 in
Oh,
warming effect. It's very, very contagious,
fantastic.
very, very dangerous, right? Okay, next. So methane also is the main one of the main contributor for climate change because in this case landfills fill up very fast and leachate from the landfill can contaminate soil and water. So leachate are the water or liquid that come from the food waste. So let's say you do anything, right? Just now you mentioned that the banana will be smelly because of the leachate. Usually most of the time, most of the reason is because of the leachate because it causes smell and the
Smell.
increase also it costs increased waste management costs. So food waste becomes an environmental burden in Malaysia instead of a resource. So that's the point over here today because we want to make sure that how to turn food waste into a resource instead of a burden. Okay, next. Okay, food contain just now we have discussion. You mentioned about this NPK. So which one is more important?
both nitrogen, phosphorus. Firstly, nitrogen.
Nitrogen is more important. Okay, because in this case, food contains important nutrients, but in landfill, these nutrients are wasted, right? Because they are put in landfill and then they will turn into methane. But in fact, if let's say you put in soil, the nutrients can return to plants. So maybe the reason that's why you put in the you bury in the soil so many weeks already, right? So that it can returns more nutrients to the plants. Okay. Okay, next one. Okay, now we have mental imagery activity. So close your eyes and imagine. Close. Okay, scenario one: banana peel that you eat, you throw in a plastic bag. So it
Mm-hmm.
will be transported to landfill and
Mm.
it will be buried under waste and it will release methane gas and your life will be so much easy. You just have to throw in a plastic bag.
Mm.
Okay, next one. Next scenario is okay, next scenario is banana peel, you bury it in soil and the microbes and worm break it down and soil becomes richer and a plant can grow. Okay, so which future that you prefer, A or B, one or two? Okay, open your eyes. Now you can choose which future that you prefer. Okay, option one, you have to throw in the plastic back and then you don't have to think about it anymore. But this one, banana peel, you have to build it in soil and then you have to make sure you manage everything until it will become compost and then you have to put in the plant.
Only one.
Yeah, only one. One or two. One, which one is easier?
Easier one is
Banana
throw.
peel, green
In soil. I think this is more easy. This is easier for you. How you want to put in the soil in your home? You have soil outside. But later the banana the monkey will eat, right? Yeah, they also can eat. They can
But
eat everything.
monkey,
banana peel, monkey
Really? Have you tried?
Oh,
Yeah. You're very hungry right now.
but the elephant can eat
Yeah.
banana peel.
Maybe some animals can eat on it, right? If let's say you don't bury properly, if
Oh,
you just put in the soil, of course it will cause more harm than good, right? So that's why you have to bury properly in the soil. So you choose number two. You choose scenario two. Plant grows. Okay. Which plant? Eggplant. Apple. Peach.
mm.
Your home. You grow everything. You grow apple. Oh, it's very nice. So that's why you love apple so much. Oh, okay. When you are a baby, you eat the apple juice already. Yeah, apple juice because you have apple at your home, right? So you don't drink the milk, you drink the apple juice. Oh, since you're baby. Okay, yeah, now I do understand. So you can grow a apple over there. So for Ahmed, he choose number one because it's more practical.
No,
Yeah, because sometimes we can choose whether to be sustainable or practical, right? Or maybe a convenient. But for me, I also urge in my class. Sometimes, yeah, you can choose. It's sometimes hard to choose both. To be practical, to be sustainable, it's not easy. Usually, to be sustainable, you have to be very hardworking. Yeah, because you have to do extra mile, right?
mm.
Unless you have more time, you have more time put in the soil and then put in the plant. More time, right? Unless you put in the soil only 2 weeks, it's okay. But if you put 2 months, it's very long, right? Until you forgot already. Oh God, I put this banana inside the soil. I forgot already, right?
2 months to
2 months so
compose.
long, right? Yes, so long. 2 months is very long, right?
And you eat
I even
banana.
forgot what happened
And you eat
when
fruit.
you put your soil, your banana, your pineapple, right? You even put in the next to the lake, right? Last time you put in the lake, right? Now you put in the faculty. Oh, you put in the faculty, in the West Bank, and behind West Bank. Oh, now it become a waste. Huh? Okay, yeah, yeah, it should become a compost. Okay, all right, next one. Hold on. All right, one hour. Okay, group discussion. I think tak payahlah. I think maybe make it short. Okay, in pairs or small group discuss what food waste do you throw away most often. I think we discussed it already. So what
Mm.
happens if all of it goes to landfill? We discussed it already. And
Mm.
how does composting change the outcome? So we will discuss after this. Okay, next. Okay, discuss and debrief type of food waste that we discussed just now. We have identified different type of food waste, especially at the household,
Mm.
and what are the environmental impacts of food waste that can occur, especially when it comes to stage 4 and the effect of stage 4 to the climate change. Okay, next. So module 2. So module 2 is compostable versus non-compostable household waste. So how to differentiate between compostable versus non-compostable household waste. So today we will
Mm.
learn through a game. So please scan this code. Okay, but before that, let me explain what are the compostable items. So just now, not everything can be compostable. Those the compostable ones should be fruit, vegetable, rice, coffee grounds, eggshell, and so non-compostable should be plastic, metal, glass, diapers, and chemicals. especially something that is not organic, so it cannot compostable. So underground microbes break down the waste and it needs air, moisture and warmth. So that's why you have to measure everything during your composting, right? So it have to be a balance between dry leaf and also the nitrogen, which is the C, carbon and also nitrogen. Okay, next one. Okay, now I think you okay, why? We didn't think that. Go next. Okay, next. Okay. No, before. No, next. Before. Okay, why this skill matters? So if you bury the wrong waste, just now, if let's say you just put on the soil just like that, so sometimes it will cause soil contamination. So it doesn't help the soil, but in fact it will cause more pests, for example, to come, and then for example the fly, right? They like the waste kind of thing, and it will cause bad smell, and it will attract pests, maybe like cockroach, and also
Mm.
uh, uh, the rats,
Mm.
uh, not the hamster. Hamster don't fit on the, and because it will be slow decomposition. You can do that if let's say, but unless you can bury everything, then it will be better. If let's say you just throw everything and you don't bury properly, it will be very slow. So that's what we don't want. So the correct sorting will ensure the healthy soil and the safe compost range as well as the sustainable practice in the long run.
I have a question.
Okay, thank you for the
Uh,
question. Okay,
there
please.
are food waste that we can compost,
Yeah.
and there are also food waste that we can't compost.
Hmm.
So those food waste that can't be compostable.
Hmm.
So how do we treat it?
So
What is the practical way to do it?
maybe one example,
Um, Gravy,
the food waste.
bones, chicken bone,
Okay,
gravy, because Malaysian food have a lot of gravy.
yeah, gravy food. Okay, that's why, for example, right, for gravy food, usually we have to filter the gravy first. If let's say,
uh,
but okay,
yeah,
but before that,
just yang balik
thanks for the
guna
question.
untuk retail ya.
But
Sorry ya.
maybe I want to add a little bit because just now, some people got confused because,
Cakap balik.
for example, the gravy food, you have to filter first. But in response to his answer, which is very good insight, because sometimes we never thought that every waste can be compostable, right?
Hmm.
For example, the bone. Maybe we thought that we can do that, but different approach can compost. For example, if let's say you do bokashi,
Hmm.
sometimes you can do that, but you have to crush it. You have to, for example, maybe you can dry it. For example, you can so that it will be compost. It will be compostable faster. So if you put the big bone, so it will compose so long.
Hmm.
So that's why maybe you can put maybe 1, 2 months, 3 months, or 2 years, right? Only then they will compose totally. So very good insight because sometimes uh, people say that every food waste can be composted. No, it's not very correct. Sometimes it can be some adjustment. So that's why different approach can cater for different type of food waste. Okay, for example, for vermi, they cannot do bones. If let's say you want to do vermi or maybe PSF larva, they cannot fit on that so much because it's quite. Uh, because for example, they cannot eat it because usually for vermi because we need to rely on the red worm and also the black soldier fly larva because their teeth is very small because it will cause them they cannot eat on those they cannot feed on those kind of thing, especially the very large one. So before that, so we will learn after this a better approach so that we will produce a better compost and healthy soil. Okay, next one. Okay, so but before that, we can go straight to the wheel of fortune. Okay, next. Okay, please scan the code because we don't have the access to the internet, but it's okay. You can just scan the code, so it will go. It will give you direct to the uh,
Spin.
spin, right? So you can see the spin here. So we can maybe you can show the next slides. So this is the example of the spin. So over here there are layers of food waste. So
Mhm.
now you can spin one by one. So maybe you can go 3 rounds. Yeah,
I got this all
all herbs and
spices.
spice. So this one is compostable or non compostable?
Spices is non-compostable
Okay, any
because
reason?
it will not produce good compost.
Okay, do you agree or not? In short,
The nutrient content.
okay. Okay, 1 point for Amir. Is very true because spices is very strong. So okay, coffee grounds. Can show to the camera? Oh, yeah, coffee ground. Okay, how about the coffee ground? Do you think that is compostable or not? Why? Any reason?
It can be the
You will, yeah, improve the compost quality. Yeah. Coffee ground is one of the excellent composting medium. Okay. Do you click that on purpose? Huh?
I got
Okay.
toothpaste tube.
Okay.
No, no,
Toothpaste tube can or
no.
not?
Cannot.
A big no, right? A
Big
big
no.
no because it is plastic,
Plastic.
right? It's plastic. Of course, it cannot be compostable
Compost.
because that is not biodegradable. How about you? Next one. Why so long? Leftover pasta. You know pasta? Yeah. You love pasta. You love almost everything.
I hate the pasta food.
But it's a plain one.
They want
Can you compose or not?
yes, again,
Organic, right? Because it's plain.
plain.
But if it's not plain, if let's say there are so many spices and everything, is it good or not for composting? You put usually you put meat, right? Yeah, some people put pork. The non-Muslim one they put pork thing kind of thing. For example, meat they put meat, right? Any kind of meat. So if let's say they mix with the meat, you can compose or not?
But there is the board.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it can, but it is not
Not much.
preferred. Not preferred, and maybe it's not much, and maybe it's better to clean it properly, and then maybe I believe it's better to blend it, so it will be very fine, so it will be compostable better. Okay, the last cycle. How about Amir?
I got sawdust.
Sawdust. Okay, how about
Untreated
sawdust?
wood.
Do you know about sawdust?
You know sawdust?
You know, right?
Brown.
Yeah, that's your favorite thing. Just now
You
you
have high moisture content, right? Use brown. Use sawdust to absorb.
I thought you did you are using rice husk, right?
Or use rice husk.
Okay, correct, very correct. How many? Ice
Ice
cream
cream
wrapper.
wrapper.
Organic or what? Ice cream wrapper.
Wrapper. Plastic.
Yeah, ice cream wrapper. The plastic. Yeah.
No.
I mean, if let's say the compostable plastic. Do you know is there compostable plastic?
Biodegradable.
Yeah, biodegradable plastic, for example. They say that it is biodegradable plastic. So mean to say that can it be compostable or not? You know biodegradable plastic?
Hmm.
Plastic that recycle. The recycled plastic. Never heard of it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Plastic.
Yeah, but this is not random plastic. This biodegradable plastic.
Biodegradable.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be compostable. But I believe personally it's not being compostable in a very short duration. It can be compostable, but that not in the short duration, even though the name is biodegradable. So maybe some terms can be catchy for the public. Okay, next one. Okay, we spin already. So basically,
Oh,
there are one step, second step, third step, fourth step. So basically, you can challenge your opponent if let's say it's wrong. But it seems that most of you very intelligent, very well versed in this compose because you've been doing it so well. So there is no challenge already because most of you got 3 marks and 3 marks. So we have no winner, right?
everyone
So
is winner.
yeah. So which is very good because it's different level already. If not, if let's say different level of understanding and different level of competency, so you can also challenge your friend so that you can get more marks from your friend that got the answer wrong. So in over here, they also have the scoring system. The
Mm.
correct classification you get 2 points. If let's say the strong scientific reasoning, you get 1 plus point. And the successful challenge, if you challenge your friend, you can get plus 1 point. If both agree but reasoning is weak, then trainer probes deeper. Which one got the most? Okay, next one. Okay, so just now we go not the easy one because we mix everything. So if let's say this one, you can go for easy round. You can go the banana peel, vegetable scraps, eggshells, coffee grounds, and tea leaves. And the expected outcome will be mostly compostable because this is the easy round. So next one is a more difficult round, a challenge round. We have cooked rice, we have citrus pills, and we have chicken mousse, we have oily food, we have tissue paper. So will it attract animals? Does it background safely underground? Is it biodegradable? If let's say the oily food, do you think that it can be compostable or not? Yeah, can be or not? Yeah, if it's correct. So maybe rather we say it's not compostable because unless you do some proper treatment, for example, maybe you can maybe you can dry it a little bit, but it's quite, I think, costly. I think it's better not to. We can just put in the proper way. Just now we mentioned about the chicken bone also, right? And
Citrus feels like what, orange.
citrus peels like orange just now. Is it compostable or not?
It is compostable.
How about, do
You
you
eat
think?
orange every day.
Yeah, you eat orange, right?
You compose or you throw. Compose orange peels. Why? Why? Mm.
You just compose your orange. No, actually, citrus peels is not favored for the compost because it's it's quite it's very strong acidic. So it's not good. It's not really promoting the good composting
Oh,
uh,
okay.
condition. So try to avoid it because sometimes it will retard your composting environment.
So what's the best way to throw your orange peel?
Any yeah
Eat, eat
yeah citrus peels,
citrus orange peels.
the orange peel. What the best way to discard it?
Use it as a lemon zest. Orange zest. Zest.
Yeah. Okay. Another one. Yeah. You can think of. Have you eaten the citrus peel? Have you eaten the citrus peels, the orange peels? Do you know this one, the peels, right? Then have you eaten the peels? No, never. You throw it. Actually, you can dry it. You can dry it and then you can eat it.
Oh
It
yeah.
can become
Yeah.
you can put some sugar or maybe some
Yeah.
salt,
Yeah.
right?
It's
You
a,
can turn
it's a,
into other meal.
oh
You can eat and then it will be your poop.
yeah.
So yeah, it's complete. So it's complete already, right?
Yeah, yeah, true, true, true.
Because poop is a different story. Not
Dried,
not our waste management already.
dried strawberry, dried
Yeah, dried
orange peels.
dried
Oh
peels.
yeah, now I remember.
That also good. That is what we call repurposing. So repurposing
Repurposing.
stand at the second level, the second So basically, we have five in pyramid.
Uh,
So the repurposing, food waste repurposing, stand at number two. So which is higher than composting. Composting is number three. So that's why it's better to repurpose into other type of waste,
uh,
other type of meal before we put in compost.
okay.
So that is according
Repurpose.
to hierarchy. So next one.
Position. Sort.
Okay, feedback exercise. So we can have some feedback trainer feedback role. So what are the decomposition signs we have discussed just now, and the microbiome activity? Just now we mentioned that some activity can cause the leachate and smell and everything, and sometimes it will cause some mold if let's say after composting, right? In your composting there are some white mold, so that is a good mold or what? There are
What?
white thing coming up from your compost, from your bokashi. Yeah. Is it good or not? Good. A good mold. The bad mold, what color? Yeah, the bad mold. The good one is white color. The bad one,
Black.
yellow. Yellow got yellow ya.
Black. White and black.
Got yellow.
Black mold.
Black mold. Have you seen the black mold? No. Yeah, you should see one. Do with Sarah later.
Because yours is good.
Yeah, actually it's
Good
not good.
mold.
Yeah, don't do the black mold. Black mold is not good. So
It
try
shows
to
that
avoid it.
your compost is bad. Black mold.
So just now, Sarah, the other Sarah, she got some black mold also. But last time she told me that she got white mold, but then she's not really confident because some mold, it means that because it is fermentation, right? So of course it will create mold.
Hmm.
So that's what we call a good fermentation. Unless we do composting, then of course we will not cause mold because that is different for the bokashi that you did with this. This is trench composting. So trench composting will not cause mold
Mold.
because it is not fermentation.
It's,
So
so
it's
it's
different.
aerated.
So it's aerated. Yeah,
Okay.
it's different.
French.
Okay. So next one is
Understand.
the pest risk. Just now we mentioned about like rats, like the flies, everything, and the
Hmm.
soil impact. If let's say it is contaminated. So misconception that happened along the way, we have clarified already. The next one. Okay, maybe some reflection. Which item that surprised you that cannot be composting, and what have you been disposing incorrectly at home, and what will you change after this? Maybe I give you 30 seconds.
Orange peel. Decompose orange peel. Should repurpose it.
Right. Okay. So which item is the orange peel? How about you? Hmm? Same. How about durian peel? Yeah. Do you think that we should throw the durian peel, the durian skin? Yeah. No, durian is different. You durian, but in Malaysia we don't do it. But in Thailand, they will they will they will boil it. They
Hmm.
will boil the skin and they will make it into vegetable. The skin, not the
Thorn.
yeah, the thorn one, like the durian skin. They will boil it and then they will turn
Right.
into vegetable. Yeah, but I'm not sure how it tastes because we don't have it in Malaysia. They have it in Indonesia and also in Thailand. But if you want to try, you can go there. Feel free. Okay, next. So basically, you can now differentiate between the compostable waste and identify the risky material. Just now we discussed and explain why something is suitable and why something is not suitable. for composting. So this skill will prepare you for the hands-on
Oh.
trench composting that we will do after this. Okay, next, basically this LO2 has been achieved. And so which food waste is compostable and not? So we have discussed already from your Wheel of Fortune just now.
Mm.
Okay, next. Okay, now let's have some finger to color. So to raise the energy level after tea break. Okay, next one. So I will call out a color: green, brown, blue, red.